Rasesh Bhai, welcome to yet another episode of Brick by Brick with Credai.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you on the show. And we had been discussing about how Bhaili has transformed into a niche neighborhood. એટલે હું 2006ની વાત કરું તો અમે કોલેજમાં જસ્ટ મારી સ્કૂલ પતી હતી અમે જકાત નાકા સુધી આવતા હતા ફ્રેન્ડનું ઘર હતું સ્નોપોલ રાઈટ સ્નોપોલમાં સુધી આવતા હતા અમે અને એની આગળ કશું જ નહોતું એટલે ફ્રોમ ધેટ ટાઈમ ટુ નાવ not even 18 years, right?
It's been, it's almost 17, 18 years.
And the area has transformed into a very, very niche neighborhood. And you were a forerunner in this, in developing the whole area with Nilambar Group. So how has the journey been? And tamaru vision tame kevi rite how did you make a call that our area will develop into a neighborhood like this?
First of all, thank you very much, Manthan, for selecting me for this podcast. I am really honored that somewhere, somehow, I have a credibility to stand in next to you.
Of course, please, sir.
Right. When you ask about Bhaili development or my journey, it is definitely a very interesting journey. And it is such an interesting journey since 2005-6 till date. I have not left this area. Probably I'm in love with this area.
Yes.
Initial journey was quite difficult because when I selected this area to start my construction in 2005 or 6, it was all farmlands. There was no development and there was no future about the development. I was the first person to enter this area. Probably here and there a couple of other small projects were going on, but they were also crying because people were not accepting this area as a place to reside, right? My purpose to start some construction in this area because I have seen the layout of town planning scheme, which was drafted way back in 1996. The entire town planning scheme was geometrically very justified. I mean to say, if you see most of the plot in TP1 or TP2, if you see, those plots are rectangular and 90 angle plots are there. The roads, the infrastructure, everything was very suitable. At that point of time, I didn't know that when this entire development or infrastructure will take place. But it was like a gamble, a calculated gamble, or gamble with some kind of a confidence in myself or maybe in some other people, whatever you say. So when we started, it was nothing. It was all farmland and it's a collaborative movement. Basically, I have started, few other people have followed me, and then the scene is different. Today, what you see after 20 years, after 2 decades, or little less than 2 decades, this entire farmland has converted into a concrete jungle. So, it is just a destiny and some good work of people.
Yes, 100%. So, Rasesh bhai, when you start an area, જ્યારે કશું જ ના હોય એરિયામાં અને ત્યારે ડેવલપમેન્ટ કરવાનું એક તો બરાબર તમે વિઝન લઈને ચાલો કે પણ અપાર્ટ ફ્રોમ દેટ ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર રોડ સ્ટ્રીટ લાઇટ તમે કેવી રીતે લાઈક હાઉ ડુ યુ મેક અ મૂવ કે આ એરિયામાં હું આ બનાવીશ અને તમારા ચેલેન્જીસ શું હોય નવા એરિયામાં કામ કરવાના?
એકચ્યુઅલી સ્પીકિંગ નવા એરિયામાં કામ કરવાના ચેલેન્જીસ ના હોવા જોઈએ.
રાઈટ.
Because when there is some town planning scheme is proposed, we expect that government should build a road or some other infrastructure like drainage and water and street light and everything. But yeah, unfortunately, the entire Baroda is not blessed with all that things. Town planning scheme has been proposed first, then developer goes to that area without any road, without any basic infrastructure, without anything. Right? They started constructing the things and then they envisage, they try and make those roads or other infrastructures. Same story I have also repeated because when I have started in 2005-6, there was no road, there was no water, there was no drainage, there was no street light. Right? Only thing that gave me a confidence was a good planning of this entire area. Once I have entered this area, till that time I was not known to the challenges which I was supposed to face. But the challenges started right from the first day. because when there's a TP scheme, your 30% land goes away into infrastructure. So first I have to convince.
40%.
At that time it was 30%. At the time of TP1 it was 30%. Then it becomes 40%. Right. So the first task was to convince the farmers to give away their land for the roads. They were unable to digest the fact that that 30% land has been given away. Right. So that was the first challenge. It took couple of months to convince the farmer that if I build a road and other infrastructure in this area, not only my price or not only my profit, your price also will increase. You may be able to buy a thrice time bigger land in some other area by selling this rate. I mean to say at this rate.
True.
So it was started as convincing the farmers.
Right.
The first step was convincing the farmers, and they convinced.
Right.
Few of them convinced, few of them did not. Right. So then I have to reciprocate them in a kind. I have to get their plot surveyed, or maybe they have to do a fencing or some plot boundary and everything. Right. So, and Bhaili farmers are pretty liable, pretty easygoing, and once they commit something, they don't go back.
Which is a blessing to have.
That's a blessing to us.
Yes.
Right. Generally, it doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
And then once I have started opening few of the roads, right, I have started purchasing few more plots. And I've asked my fellow developers to come and join me in this development.
Right.
Few of the developers have trusted me.
Right.
Right. And they have purchased a few parcel of land from me, and they also started constructing something.
Agreed.
Then eventually we made some kind of a association. When I said collaborative movement, so this is what collaborative movement is. We 4 or 5 people have, formed one association. Association's main purpose was to provide all kind of infrastructures in this area.
Right.
Right. So after 4 or 5, it becomes 7, 8, then it goes to double figure, it goes to beyond 20. All those developers have reciprocated very well to me. We all jointly went to Bhaili village, to Vuda and everywhere, right? And we opened the roads, we built the roads by our own money. We dragged the drainage line from Vasna Road in this area, right? So nobody has to do any septic tank on sock pit and everything. Street light was also made and made it available or installed by us. So in this area, whatever the infrastructure that you see today, which was from the pocket of developer,
right,
rather than the government, right? And because of this collaborative movement, everybody has started looking at this area, and eventually it becomes the most thoughtful area of this Baroda.
Yes. It also becomes a role model for...
It's a role model. Yes. I remember few of the time, the Vuda officials also have visited this area, and they wanted to do the same kind of development in other area. Of course, I don't know whether they have done it or not, but they have visited also.
Yes.
So basically it is not a one-man show, it is a collaborative movement.
True.
Yes, it was started with me, as I heard somewhere, Majroo Sultanpuri's one shairi that मैं अकेला चलता गया, लोग जुड़ते गए, कारवा बनता गया. So it is like that.
રસેશભાઈ, આપણે જાતે રસ્તા છારો ના બનાવીએ. તમે કીધું એવું સ્ટ્રીટ લાઇટ જાતે લો, ડ્રેનેજ જાતે લો, રજા ચિઠ્ઠીના રૂપિયા આજની તારીખે પણ આપણે જે ભરીએ છીએ, આજે કરોડોમાં ભરીએ છીએ. મારો એ નાનો પ્લોટ છે, 32-33 હજાર ફૂટનો પ્લોટ, એમાંય 3-4 કરોડ રૂપિયા ભરવાના આવે. એટલે પછી where does the government step in, and when will it start taking moves that really make an impact to the city?
Your question is very valid, and this question is with everybody. Everybody has the same question, but trust me, Manthan, nobody has an answer. You are absolutely right કે આપણે જ્યારે કોઈ ટીપી સ્કીમમાં કોઈ પ્લોટ લઈએ છે, રાઈટ, તે વખતે સૌથી પહેલાં આપણે ઇન્ક્રિમેન્ટલના પૈસા ભરવાના હોય છે. ઇન્ક્રિમેન્ટલના પૈસા એટલે કે ગવર્મેન્ટ ત્યાં જે પ્રપોઝ ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર આપવાનું છે એનું જે કોસ્ટિંગ છે એને પ્રો રેટા બેઝ પર આપણા માથે નાખવામાં આવે છે, રાઈટ. એ પૈસા આપણે આપીએ છીએ. રજા ચિઠ્ઠી લઈએ છીએ તે વખતે ડેવલપમેન્ટ કોસ્ટ આપીએ છીએ. ડેવલપમેન્ટ કોસ્ટ શેના માટે આપીએ છીએ? ફોર ધ સેમ થિંગ, that government promises us to provide all kind of infrastructure.
Community charges.
એમ્યુનિટી
paid
ચાર્જીસ
FSI
લઈએ
costing.
છીએ. એના પછી આપણે પેડ એફએસઆઈ, આપણને ખબર છે કે 1.6 1.8 ઇઝ અ ફ્રી એફએસઆઈ એન્ડ બિયોન્ડ ધેટ you can go up to 2.7, or if it is on a 75-meter road you can go up to 3.6. So that paid FSI, which is like 40% of the Jantri value, right? That also we are paying. Top of it, when they planned TP scheme, they took few of the plots, right, as a reservation for the auction purpose to earn. So, આપણે પૈસા આપીએ છીએ ઇન્ક્રિમેન્ટલના, ડેવલપમેન્ટના, સેસના, રજા ચિઠ્ઠીના, અને ગવર્મેન્ટ આપણી પાસેથી આપણા પ્લોટ્સ લઈ અને ઓક્શન કરીને તેમાંથી પૈસા કમાય છે. આ બધું થયા પછી એમનો સોલ ઇન્ટેન્શન એ હોવો જોઈએ કે એ લોકો જે તે એરિયામાં એનું ડેવલપમેન્ટ કરે, ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર ડેવલપમેન્ટ કરે, પણ એ નથી થઈ રહ્યું. ઇફ યુ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ, ઇફ યુ સી યોર પ્લોટ ઇઝ 32,000, my plot is even smaller. Where I make my Exotica 3, it is 20,000 square feet of plot. So, Emma, I think I have paid like 1.5 crore rupee at the time of
કેટલા વર્ષ પહેલા?
2 years back.
Right.
So, તે વખતથી આજ સુધીમાં, if you look at the journey of the developers, so more than 50 projects have already been established in Baili TP 24B or Sevasi TP 24A.
Right.
Right. Mine I consider is the smallest project. If I had to pay 1.5 crore rupee, right, and if you consider on a thumbnails, તો કશું નહીં કરતા ઓલમોસ્ટ 100 કરોડ રૂપિયા અત્યાર સુધીમાં ડેવલપર્સે ગવર્મેન્ટને આપી દીધા છે ટુવર્ડ્સ ધ ડેવલપમેન્ટ ઓફ ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર. એન્ડ ઇફ યુ સી, there is no infrastructure, there is no road, there is no drainage, there is no street light, there is no water. Question remain is, તો આ પૈસા ક્યાં જાય છે? ચલો, આઈ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ કે કશેક ને કશેક જતા હશે, પણ જે એરિયામાંથી ગવર્મેન્ટ કમાય છે એ એરિયાને પણ એ લોકો પ્રોપર ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર નથી આપી શકતા. હવે એ નથી મળતું એટલે વી આર ફોર્સ ટુ ક્રિએટ આર ઓન ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર.
Very true.
We have to do it. So basically what happens, I pay government for the infrastructure that we deserve, right? And we do our own expenses to construct those road or drainage or water or other infrastructures, right, from our pocket. So we are paying twice or thrice to get one infrastructure, which is a job of a government, and government is not doing, so we are doing. So this question remains with everybody. Whom to ask, I don't know. Let's hope our CM is a real estate developer. He might understand one fine day.
So in Ahmedabad and Surat, development happened first. The infra development happened first.
Yes.
And the buildings comes
Yes, this is what we have heard from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
કે સુરતમાં, અમદાવાદમાં, રાજકોટમાં બધી જગ્યા પર જ્યારે ટીપી સ્કીમ ડિક્લેર થાય છે તો ગવર્મેન્ટ સૌથી પહેલાં એટલીસ્ટ રોડ બનાવી દે છે, સ્ટ્રીટ લાઇટ આપી દે છે, રાઈટ? તો ડેવલપમેન્ટ માટેનું એક પ્લેટફોર્મ તૈયાર કરીને ડેવલપર્સને આપે છે.
એ વસ્તુ બરોડામાં ચાપડ ટીપી 27C માં થઈ છે, એટલે વી આર હોપફુલ કે બીજી બધા એરિયાઝમાં આ વસ્તુનું ફાસ્ટ ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટ થાય.
બટ માય ક્વેશ્ચન ઇઝ, મંથન, એ ચાપડમાં થઈ ગયું, એ લગભગ 2 વર્ષ પહેલા થયું, રાઈટ? બાકીના 2 વર્ષમાં હજી સુધી એ લોકોએ એક પણ ટીપીને વસ્તુ નથી કરી. સો એવું કેમ? આ તો કન્ટિન્યુ પ્રોસેસ હોવો જોઈએ. ડેવલપમેન્ટ ઓફ ટાઉન પ્લાનિંગ સ્કીમ.
શું થાય છે રસેશભાઈ કે જે એક્સેસિબલ લેન્ડ છે એ બહુ મોંઘી થાય છે, બિકોઝ તમને વાયેબલ લેન્ડ નથી મળતી પ્રોજેક્ટ કરવા માટે,
રાઈટ?
એન્ડ ધેન એના પર હાઉસિંગ મૂકીને હાઉસિંગ પણ એક્સપેન્સિવ થાય. સો ઓવરઓલ જમીન ખુલ્લી થશે તો આઈ થિંક અફોર્ડેબલ હાઉસિંગ વધારે ઇઝીલી મળશે.
યસ, અત્યારે આ જ પ્રોબ્લેમ છે. વાય વી આર અનેબલ ટુ કન્સ્ટ્રક્ટ ઓર બિલ્ડ ધ હાઉસીસ બિલો 50 lakh rupee? Because land costs have gone so high, right? And that construction costs also have gone so high. And top of it, GST, input credit, we are not able to take it. So that 18% GST is again added into our construction cost. So all those things have piled up, and now the cost of construction or actual value of the house has gone little beyond the end user's pocket.
Very true, very true.
And this mismatch only can be covered કે ગવર્મેન્ટ જ્યારે થોડી પ્રોએક્ટિવ થઈ અને ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર પહેલેથી ડેવલપ કરી આપે, રાઈટ. આજે આપણે કોઈને 1 કરોડનું 1.5 કરોડનું 2 કરોડનું ઘર વેચીએ છીએ. Trust me, 1 crore, 1.5 crore or 2 crore rupees is somebody's lifetime earning.
Very true.
Somebody is paying to us, right? Their entire fortune. And they could see that there is no infrastructure development in the area. When we are asking for 2 crore rupees, the first question comes into their mind. Okay, I have something very good into your building. But what is that outside my building? There is no road, there is no infrastructure, there is no drainage, there is no water. How am I supposed to live in this area? સો જે ડેવલપ એરિયા છે નાના મોટા એમાં ને એમાં કન્સ્ટ્રક્શન થયા કરે છે, આગળ હોરાઇઝન વધતું નથી.
અને આજે લેન્ડ રેટ્સ હેવ
It
skyrocketed.
has gone so high.
આજે વી આર સિટિંગ એટ ધ ક્રોસરોડ્સ ઓફ પ્રિયા ટોકીસ.
I know.
અને તમારું બ્યુટિફુલ બિલ્ડિંગ અર્બન 2માં આપણે બેઠા છે. એન્ડ આઈ સ્ટીલ રિમેમ્બર વન વેસ્ટ મેં ચાલુ કરેલું ત્યારે જ તમારું
Yes, urban 2. Yes, it is in the same.
એટલે 4,000 રૂપિયાની આસપાસ લેન્ડ મળતી હતી ત્યારે. અને નાઉ ધ લેન્ડ રેટ્સ આર 12,000, 13,000.
12,000, 13,000.
આમાં આ રેટમાં ડેવલપરે સ્કીમ કેવી રીતે મૂકે અને બાયરે કેવી રીતે ખરીદે, કેવી રીતે થાય?
ટેલ મી ટ્રુથફુલી, તને 4,000, 5,000માં આપણે જ્યારે જગ્યા લીધી, રાઈટ, અને આ બિલ્ડિંગ બનાવ્યું, ત્યારે પણ અત્યારે પણ એટ ધીસ પ્રેઝન્ટ ટાઈમ do you find that is viable? No. So how now at 12,000 rupees a square feet of land this proposal becomes the viable proposal? It's not possible also.
કારણ કે તમારી ઓફિસ તો હજી 4,000 રૂપિયા જોઈએ છે.
Basically it is just because Baroda has such a beautiful, landscape. It has got a lot of limits on a horizontal way.
Yeah.
Just because of the lack of infrastructure development, people are unable to go till that area. So everything is burden on the saturated area in the developed area, which is hardly few.
આ ઇશ્યુ નોર્થ બાજુ એટલે હરની બાજુ બહુ મોટો છે.
I know.
હરની, વેમાલી, સમા બાજુ, કારણ કે આગળનો એરિયા જે છે ડેણા દુમાડનો ITTP 3
ત્યાં આગળ
એ
it is
તો શું છે કે એટલો બધો વાસ્ટ એરિયા છે, ત્યાં લેન્ડ રેટ્સ અને મોર એક્સપેન્સિવ ભાઈલી. સો અને બીકોઝ ત્યાં આગળ લેન્ડ અવેલેબિલિટી છે જ નહીં.
because the highway has there.
ટીપી નથી થઈ રહી.
ટીપી નથી થઈ રહી એવું નથી મંથન. બરોડામાં ઓલરેડી અત્યારે 26 ટીપી ડ્રો થઈને પડી છે. ગવર્મેન્ટના સેન્કશન માટે વેઇટ કરીએ છીએ. 2 વર્ષ, 3 વર્ષ, 4 વર્ષ થઈ ગયા, એ ટીપીનું સેન્કશન નથી આવતું. સો જો એ ટીપીનું સેન્કશન નથી આવી રહ્યું, એ ટીપી ડેવલપ નથી થઈ રહી, રાઈટ, તો નવી ટીપી ડ્રો કરીને પ્રપોઝ કરીને શું કરવાનું?
Just for the viewers' information, TP is Town Planning Scheme. So any area that develops road, rasta, common plot, infrastructure.
Basically, government select few of the areas beyond their limits, beyond their corporation limit or VUDA limit, whenever there's a development happening. So basically, they every year, every 6 months, every certain distance of time, they select few of the areas and then they draw the town planning scheme. That area has been cordoned or confined by town planning boundaries, and then they develop roads, or I mean to say they draw the roads, they draw the basic amenities, they draw the reservation plots for the auction, and they draw everything good requirement for the people to stay.
Town planning.
So that is called a town planning scheme.
Best examples are Karelibag and Manjalpur.
Karelibag is amazing, Manjalpur is amazing, their roads are very wide, right? But those are very old town planning schemes.
I'm just giving an idea of what TP scheme is. Yeah.
So basically TP scheme enable us to understand that this area is now good to live on paper.
So રસીજી, મને એવું કહો કે તમે તમારું ફર્સ્ટ બંગલાની સ્કીમ ભાઈલીમાં in so many projects of yours, ફર્સ્ટ બંગલાની સ્કીમ તમારી કઈ હતી?
That was in 2005-06 Springview Residency. That was the first project in this area for me.
For bungalows.
For the bungalows.
કેટલાનો હતો બંગલો?
Those are 22 lakh rupee and around 26 bungalows were there. So entire project cost was 5 crore 20 lakh rupee. અને
આજે બંગલાની પ્રાઇસ શું છે? એક બંગલાની?
Today that bungalow is good to sell at somewhere around 2 crore rupee.
Very nice.
So it is 10 times. in 20 years.
So that's the answer for buying versus renting, right?
So that's the answer for me also. If I had to kept two bungalows, I could have, take out the entire project cost from there.
So that's what it is, right? And also 20 લાખ રૂપિયા એ ટાઈમમાં મોંઘા હશે, right?
It was a huge cost. 20 lakh rupee in the midst of all farmlands. So people were thinking that Rasesh is going mad.
So તો મને એવું સમજાવો કે રિલેટિવ એક્સપેન્સિવનેસ એટલે ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ કે 20 લાખ એ ટાઈમમાં વધારે હતા, 2 કરોડ આજે વધારે છે. સો જ્યારે આપણે લેવા જઈએ ત્યારે મોંઘું જ લાગતું હોય છે.
Yes, because
તો એ બાયર્સને તમે શું એક મેસેજ પાસ કરશો કે કારણ કે કોઈ પણ ટાઈમે હું પણ લેવા ગયું મને મોંઘું જ લાગે છે. તો વોટ ઇઝ દેટ, હાઉ ડુ યુ મેક યોર સેલ્ફ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ કે ના ધીસ ઇઝ ધ રાઇટ પ્રાઇસ? હાઉ ડઝ અ બાયર અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ કે ધીસ ઇઝ ધ રાઇટ પ્રાઇસ ફોર મી ટુ જમ્પ ઇન?
see, entire India is progressing. Your GDP is going high. Your industrial development is going high. By God grace, Baroda is also doing very good into real estate, right? So when we talk about buying of the real estate, could have been your shop, office, house, apartment, duplex, bungalow, whatever. You can take it for the own use. I mean to say, as an end user, you can buy that, or you can buy it for the investment. So there is no specific time that at this time only you can invest. Any time when you invest is a good time, because this market is growing. It is going up and up. If you see Baroda, today Baroda is still at the infant stage, because compared to Ahmedabad, Surat, Rajkot, Vadodara prices are still like half the price. So I could consider that Baroda prices, real estate prices are still infant stage, and it has got lot of good opportunity to grow. True. So whenever you want to buy, do not think that tomorrow the prices are going down and I may buy. It's not going to happen.
Very true.
Right. So whenever you want to buy, you buy it, you hold the property for next 5 to 7 years, and you will see the magic.
It is real estate.
It is a real estate.
And it is real asset also.
It is a real asset. It is a real estate. And no business can give you the return that real estate is giving you. Only condition is you have to hold that stock, hold that property for certain time. You cannot expect that probably in a 6-month time you get double, or probably in 2 years time it gets double. It's not possible.
And this is the only asset class that you can enjoy.
Yes.
તમે સ્ટોક મૂકીને શું એન્જોય કરો, તમે ગોલ્ડ મૂકીને શું એન્જોય કરો, આમાં તમે ઓનરશિપ પણ તમને લાગે અને અપ્રિસિએશન પણ મળે.
See, even for the stock or a gold, ownership is of course yours.
I'm not debating that.
But this real estate, you can pass it to generations.
Yes.
Right. Today, if I buy a bungalow in 10,000 square feet of a plot, and if I am enjoying living into that bungalow, and if I give it to my son might give it to their son, because 20 years down the line, 25 years down the line, buying a bungalow is going to be a dream. It's not going to be possible in this area.
આરવ અહીંયા રહેશે તો ને.
Yeah, that's again a question.
So that's what they say, right? They don't make land anymore, buy them.
Yes, this is the only commodity which is not producing.
Yes.
So the commodity name land is not going to be produced. It is there. So you have to stay there only.
Resource.
It's a natural resource.
So Rasesh bhai, tell me, પહેલા communities કેવી હતી, પહેલા residential buildings કેવા હતા ને આજે જે with common amenities and beautiful landscape gardens and play areas and everything is there. How have things changed then? How do people perceive it now?
I see that as an organic change, and those changes in design are based on the requirement of the people. Right? If we consider two eras, now it becomes the era pre-COVID era and post-COVID era. So pre-COVID era had like singular buildings, or people can stay, or they used to stay in 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, but a little smaller houses, which was not worth 1 crore or above.
Yes.
Right? If you see a sudden change post-COVID, right, the design involves not only house, bedroom, drawing room, they involve now the family sitting also, a small office also, because those 1.5 month or 2 months of the vacation, people have understood the quality of life also. They have enjoyed with the family, but they did not had enough space within the house to enjoy with the family.
Right.
There are a lot of working from home happening, right? So now, if you see most of the people who come for the inquiries or a walk-in or those people, they expect something more than bedroom and drawing room and kitchen.
Right.
They expect something add-on, a home office, home theater, little lounge area, family sitting area. So I would consider that as on the basis of requirement of the people, design also changes. If you see way back 10 years back, like, the Alkapuri or Ilora Park or Subhanpura or, Gotri, saturated Gotri area, there were only few buildings. There was a plot, there was a building, there was a parking, nothing else. From 2011-12 onwards, people have started moving to the different area than this typical areas like Baili, Sevasi, or little further in Chhani. So there the places, to the space were bigger. So people have started creating community, right? That is a way of life. After your office hours, there's a life also.
Right.
Right. So people understood that, though they have started providing landscape, good club area, and everything. Post-COVID, along with those club area, landscape, common amenities, pool, good parking, they have started creating home office, lounge in the house, a bigger balcony. So this is evolving of the design based on the people's choice, people's requirement, and it will keep evolving. It will keep changing.
Very true.
So it is a good thing.
So I was having a discussion with a renowned architect that every 15 years a person changes home.
Yes.
If you think about, તમે વિચારજો કે 15 વર્ષ તમે a progressive person, a progressive family.
I would say it is not even 15 now. It has become every 10 years.
Yes. I'm just
15 was, 10 is.
એટલે તમે આજે જે વિચારો છો, because the nation is progressing so much, you are progressing,
yes, because
and
most
your
of
needs will improve,
and most of the buyers today are into the range of 30 to 45.
Yes.
So they are comparatively very young.
Yes.
Right? They have a very progressive life. They have started living into a nuclear family. So they started their career and then they first buy a house of 2-bedroom, 2.5-bedroom. Once they have kids or somebody, they go to 4-bedroom house. After 4-bedroom, when they grow in their professional life, right, they try to improve their lifestyle also. They update from 4-bedroom version to 4-bedroom bigger version, from 4-bedroom bigger version to 5-bedroom and a bigger houses. So it is a progress.
So what is the future of living?
Future of living is definitely very positive today. The developers in our city are really very thoughtful. Most of the developers construct really very good quality building. They provide very good location and elevation. Right. Now, to sync with those good developers, if our government will walk hand in hand, if they provide good infrastructure and we provide good building, the phenomena will be the next level. It would be very good phenomena.
Fantastic, fantastic. Rasesh bhai, there is so much of art around your office. And, you have a very good taste of art. And how do you see art as an investment? And please, because મને કશું જ નથી ખબર આર્ટનું, so can you please explain what it is all about?
Yes. I am by accident developer. I love any form of visual art. Maybe theater, maybe cinema, maybe music, maybe paintings. Right. So I've started buying paintings for my own. Whatever the good look painting or whoever is the good, artist, I used to buy that. That was my journey of buying paintings started 20 years back. It is not today's journey. Then after I have understood that whatever I'm buying is aesthetically good. But what about the investment? Some art guru taught me what is art and how you can buy this art as an investment, right? So prior to buying a gold, prior to buying a stock, prior to buying a mutual and SIP, I have started buying art as my investment. And you won't believe, in 20 years, my investment in art has grown to almost 4 times. Whatever you see here, I have bought it probably in 2 lakh rupee, 3 lakh rupee, or 4 lakh rupee. Today, the same painting costing like 25, 30 lakh rupee.
Wow. Wow.
Of course, it is a different matter that I have never sold any of my art. This way, I don't sell my stocks, or I don't sell my mutual
Or real estate.
or real estate. No, I do sell real estate because that's my bread and butter. Yeah. But yes, art is something which it is very close to my heart. Most of the books which you see in my racks are also related to art. I have made one movie also. I am a very failed producer. So I have made one movie also.
There is no harm in attempting.
There's no harm in attempting, and I understood that film line is not the line which I should go in. Right, so it's a different filmy line.
Yeah, that's a different line.
But yes, art is always a good investment. If you understand art, if you understand the trend, it is one of the most valuable commodity you can purchase, you can possess.
So Rasesh bhai, what is Arav up to? Is he joining the family business anytime soon?
Arav has grown to a very smart, handsome kid, 20 years old. He is now no more a kid. He's a young guy, 20 years old.
6 feet.
He is about 6 feet. He has shoe number 10 and mine is 7.
Yes.
And I hope every time whenever he walks on the path of his life, his shoe size is bigger than me.
Yes, of course.
Right. Arav is right now studying into data science in North Carolina State University in US. The question you asked was, is he willing to join, or am I willing to make him join my business? Any father would like to invite his son or a daughter to his own business. But there are two ways. I want my Arav to be happy, to be satisfied, to be, natural. He should live a quality life. He should live a good life. He should live a happy life. Money is definitely required, right? But money cannot buy your happiness. That is what I have seen, and that is what I have experienced. So my advice to Arav is, you can come into my business, no problem. You can get into my business. You can sit on my chair. But do not compromise on your happiness. Do not compromise on your quality life. Do not compromise in the system. Right? Now, if you see, if Arav joined my business, right, the first thing he has to kill is his happiness, or maybe his quality life. I'm not talking family point of view. I'm talking system point of view. Right? Pardon my speaking, but our entire system is corrupted. You and me both knows, at every step, every walk of our life, you have to face the corruption. Whether you are doing a right thing, whether you are doing a wrong thing, people expects. Right? And you have to fulfill. Without that, something is not going to go right with you. Even your intentions are very right, you still have to bribe people. This entire system is now corrupted system. Somebody needs to change the entire office to change the system, which is next to impossible.
બહુ વર્ષોથી સિંગલ વિન્ડો ક્લિયરન્સની વાત ચાલે છે, but that is not taking place. And unfortunately, there is no ease of doing business. અને દિવસે દિવસે it's being, felt that doing business is difficult.
Yes, the single window, it's very attractive name, but I could not see anywhere. Every second year, every alternate year, our government is doing Vibrant Gujarat. So Vibrant Gujarat is to create a vibrancy in the Gujarat, but sorry to say, they failed to bring a vibrancy up till you and me. So where is that vibrancy? Where is that transparency? Where is that ease of business? Where is their single window system? I could not see anywhere.
And even like small and medium enterprises, SMEs and MSMEs are also facing a very difficult time.
Yes, of course.
એટલે ધંધો કરવો આજે અઘરો થઈ ગયો છે.
See, there are lot many parameters they have to take care apart from their business. Right? If you see our business, right? We are government, I mean to say we have to pay to government, right? Which is a hefty, almost 10 to 15% sum of our entire project goes to taxes and government. So government become our 25% partner without investment, without risk. And top of it, we have to give bribe also. You have to face corruption also. So that goes to almost equal partnership between me and government. So that system is something which is very annoying. A young lad like you, right, needs to change this system.
We'll be trying our best, Rasesh bhai, and we as Credai will put our best foot forward, and not only in Credai but also in different business organizations that we have.
Yes, and on an individual level also you have to fight.
Yes, very true.
Because you guys are young, you guys are very dynamic, you are the tomorrow of our country. So if you don't fight, who else will fight?
Very true, very true. So, Rasesh bhai, we'll do a rapid fire this time.
Okay.
So, biggest lesson you have learned as a developer?
Keep working. Think of only quality. Don't think of money. Think of smile on people's face.
Great. Your favorite project so far by Prapti Group?
All my kids are equal.
A city in India that inspires you for its urban planning?
Chandigarh, definitely.
Commercial or residential? What excites you more?
Residential, because I could see that I am fulfilling somebody's dream.
Yes. If not a developer, what career would you choose?
Could have been artist, could have been actor, could have been cricketer.
Or cricketer?
Or cricketer.
Yes. How's cricket going, by the way?
It's going on. Very good.
If RO pitches a crazy idea for your project, what's your first response?
I would welcome that, no matter whether it is loss making or profit making.
Super. Describe Vadodara's real estate in one word.
Bit difficult, but it's growing.
I was thinking struggling.
No. It's not struggling. It is growing. Definitely.
What's your one-liner mantra for success?
Keep working.
One piece of advice you'd like to give your younger self at 24?
Don't run for the money. Go for your happiness. Through your building, make people happy. And that will create a good empire for you.
That's what Prapti Group is known for.
By God's grace, yes.
Superb, Rasesh bhai. On that note, thanks for having us and having us over at the office. And
Thank you.
It was a beautiful chat with you. Look forward to more chats with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rasesh bhai. If you like this video and you want more content like this, subscribe to us, our channel, and let us know what more you want from us, and join us in the journey where we can make Vadodara's real estate a growth story.